I want to tell a story. When I was 18, I, like most 18-year-olds that I knew and know and continue to meet, chose what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Because that's what we do here in society, in America, maybe in other places too. I'm not sure, but definitely in America. We choose at 18 what we want to do for the rest of our lives. As crazy as that seems, because it is crazy, it's what we do. Boots. So what I chose I wanted to do was something that scared me, that I knew nothing about, and that I thought would be continually changing. Which was politics and government. It seemed scary. I thought it would continually change, and it set me up for law school. Cue the next 5 years of my life where I intensely and pretty successfully was pursuing preparation for an application for law school. That was my sole focus in life. And when you have a sole focus, life can be pretty good because you can drive towards it and you can be super successful. But what happens when that sole focus is obliterated? Garage shut. Yeah, woo! 5 years. 5 years. Fast forward 5 years and I'm still pursuing law school. I'm entering my senior year of undergrad, about to apply for law schools for taking a gap year between undergrad and law school. I'm at the top of my class, everything is amazing, and then I answer an email. Always answer your emails. Always check your damn email. So I showed up to this lunch. It was 3 people. It was a person who's definitely going to be the president someday, somebody else who's incredibly gifted, incredibly talented from Sweden, and then myself. And we were all at this lunch with this businessman from LA, and he was probably one of the most no shit persons that I've ever met in my life, as far as he was not having any bullshit at all. And up until that point of my life, it turns out, I was peddling high-tier bullshit. I had written so many award-winning essays. I had been awarded thousands of dollars to be able to attend UCLA based on the essays and the story I was telling about me studying political science and going to change the world through being a lawyer and studying political science. So then I was having this lunch with this gentleman. He gets to me and he asks me, what are you doing and why? So I start telling him the story about law school and how I've been pursuing it for 5 years and how many achievements I've accrued up to this point and how amazing I am and all this different stuff. And I had told this story 1,001 times, and I knew the reactions I was supposed to receive at every punchline of every beautiful part of the story I had crafted, my beautiful opener to my resume. And he was not listening to any of it. He was glancing around, not even paying attention. Halfway through telling my beautiful story, he threw his napkin on the table and just looked me in the eyes and said, why? And he would not stop asking why until I was finally left with no answer. Excellent job. I left that lunch utterly destroyed, utterly devastated. My knees were literally shaking. I was trembling. I felt like I had a fever. I think I just went and laid down in my shitty apartment the rest of the day for like 8 hours and I couldn't even cry. I was so emotionally distraught, but I couldn't even cry because that would have implied that I had some semblance of understanding or control of what was going on, that I could grasp that I should cry. Utterly destroyed by one man's persistence in questioning me and why I was studying what I was studying, why I had spent 5 years studying and working towards what I was doing, and why I was living my entire life for the story I told him that he called bullshit on. End of the day. I had spent 5 years crafting the most compelling story of the reason why I existed. The reason why I woke up every morning, the reason why I worked so hard. And in one lunch, somebody had pushed me through all my levels of bullshit until I arrived at the core, which was nothing. I was both furious and so incredibly offended and angry with this man that pushed me, and, as time would allow me to realize, so incredibly grateful. He ended the facade. He ended the charades. Or he brought about the circumstances for me to decide whether I would continue to live someone else's life, someone who wasn't me, or whether I would begin to live my own life. And that was the most difficult thing I ever have done in my entire life, other than almost die and then survive. But that's next time. Stay tuned.